Hello people, welcome one and all to Jojo's Learning Club.
Guys, I'm back again. So this is the part 2 for the transposition of formula. If you have not watched my video on the first part of transposition, please do watch it. It would be really helpful to you to get and understand on better on this part 2. Okay, so I'm going to start directly with the part 2. There are 7 problems in it and I'll be covering all of this. Okay, so first directly go to the ninth problem in it. Okay, what is the ninth problem? The formula for kinetic energy is given by K is equal to half mv square. So K is equal to half mv square is a formula for the kinetic energy. Transpose the formula to make V as the subject. So what is the subject over here? K is a subject and M and V are the symbols of the equation. So now we have to make V as the subject and transpose K and M as symbols. So the process of this doing is known as the transposition. Okay. So I'm going to directly start with the equation. Now I'm going to, for my convenience, I'm going to write half mv square is equal to K. Okay. And I'm now going to cross multiply, so there are no fractions in it. So mv square is equal to 2k. And now what I'm going to do, I have to move m to the other side, so that I'm going to divide on both sides by m. So 2k by m. And now we have v square, but I need in terms of v. So what I have to do, I have to take the square root of it. So I'm going to take the square root of it. So what happens, v is equal to 2k by m. Actually it is with plus or minus, but for the time being I consider that there are only positive roots. That's why I have written v is equal to root of 2k by m. Okay, so that's it for the first problem. And now let's directly go and do the 10th problem. What is the 10th problem? Given that t is equal to 2 pi into root of L by G. Okay, so what is the equation? Find G in terms of T and L and pi. So I have to find here T, L and pi in terms of G. For that I'm going to rewrite the equation. So 2 pi into root of L by G is equal to T. Okay, first of all, the first step is that I have to eliminate 2 pi from that. Okay, for that what I am going to do? I am going to divide both sides of the equation by 2 pi. So root of L by G is equal to T by 2 pi. Okay, but there is a root in G. So to eliminate that, what I am going to do? Squaring on both sides of the equation. Squaring on both sides of the equation. So I am going to square on both sides of the equation. So what happens? L by G is equal to T square by 2 pi the whole square is what? 2 square into pi square. That is what? 4 pi square. And what it is asked, now I am going to cross multiply. So what happens? T square G is equal to L into 4 pi square. But I need in terms of G. So that what I am going to do, I am going to divide this equation by T square. So L into 4 pi square. So L is L into 4 pi square by T square. So this is how you transpose from T to G. Okay. So that's all for the problem number 10. And now I am going to do the problem number 11. So let's do the problem number 11. What is 11? Okay, the impedance of an AC circuit. So impedance of an AC circuit is given as Z is equal to root of R square plus X square. And what we want to find from that? Make the reactance X as a subject. So now the reactance of the equation is X. Okay, so sorry, we have to find X as, you have to make X as a subject. For that, first of all, I have to square because there is a root part in it. So I am going to square it. So Z square is equal to R square plus X square. And I have to find the reactance, right? So I am going to X square is equal to Z square minus R square. And now what I am going to do? I am going to take the root because we have to find the X as a subject. But here there is a X square. So to make it as X, what you have to do? You have to just take the root of the equation, and that's it. It's easy, right? So that's it for the problem number 11. And now let's do the 12th problem. What is the 12th problem? The volume of a hemisphere is given by V is equal to 2 by 3 pi r cube. So this is the volume of a hemisphere, and what we have to find now, V is the subject over here and the rest are the symbols of the equation. So find R in terms of V. So we have to convert in such a way that now R is a symbol. For that, first I am going to rearrange the equation. So 2 by 3 pi r cube is equal to V. So 2 pi r cube is equal to 3V, right? And now what I have to do? I have to remove this 2 pi from here. For that, r cube is equal to 3V by 2 pi. But we need to get r. But here it is r cube. So what you have to do? You have to just take the third cube root of it. So what happens? Cube root of 3 by 3V by 2 pi. Hence, with this you have converted your equation and made now r as the subject of the equation. I hope it's clear. Okay. And now let's go directly to the problem number 13. What is the problem number 13 discussing on? Okay. Transpose the formula P is equal to a square x plus a square y by r to make a as the subject. So now we have to make a as the subject. For that, first I am going to cross multiply and remove all these fraction parts. PR square is equal to, I am going to take it as common, so it is a bit easier. So PR is equal to a square into x plus y, right? Remember the formulas in what you have learned in algebra. So you can directly, if you have an equation AB plus AC, you can write it together as A into B plus C. Similarly, what I have done, I have grouped together the terms with a square and wrote a square outside of the bracket. Okay, that's it. So PR, now what I have to do? I have to eliminate this x plus y because we have to make a as a subject. For that, I am going to divide both sides by x plus y. So PR by x plus y is equal to a square. Is the answer over? No, because it's a square and we need in terms of a. To get in terms of a, what you have to do? You have to take the root of it. That's it. PR by x plus y, and hence now your answer is there. So that's it for the problem number 13, and now let's discuss the problem number 14. Okay, what is the problem number 14 saying? If a is equal to b by 1 plus b, make b as a subject of the equation, or a subject of the formula. Okay, a is equal to b by 1 plus b. Okay, in this problem, a is equal to b by 1 plus b, and a is the subject and b is the symbol. Okay, now what is it is asked? Now we have to make b as the subject and a as the symbol. For that, I am going to do now transposition. For that, the first step is to cross multiply and remove all the fractions. A into 1 plus b is equal to b. So a plus ab is equal to b. Okay, now what I am going to do? I am going to group together parts with b. So I am going to take this b to this side and put this a to this side. So AB, remember that when you move a variable or any constant from one side of the equation to the other side of the equation, there is always a change of sign. Okay, so AB minus B is equal to minus A. I hope it's clear. So so now I'm going to group together terms with B. So what is left over here? A. And what is left over here? Minus 1, which is equal to minus A. So now you can divide both sides of the equation by A minus 1 to get B. So B is equal to minus A by A minus 1. And that's it. Got the answer. Now I'm going to do the last and the final problem in this section on transposition of formula. Okay. The 15th and the hardest problem in all these kind of problems. Okay. So d by d is equal to root of f plus p by f minus p. Okay, what is asked? Make p as the subject in the formula. What is the subject now here? D by d is the subject and I have to make P as the subject. For that, to move it out of the root, what you have to do? You have to square on both sides. So what happens? D square by D square is equal to F plus P minus F minus P. Okay, now what is the next step? To cross multiply. So F minus P into D square is equal to D square into F plus P. Okay, now what I am going to do? Open the brackets. F into D square minus P into D square is equal to F into D square, because I wrote always D on the second time. That's why I am going to write here also D on the second time. It doesn't matter, yeah, you can write however you wish. Okay, so plus P into D square. And now what is the next step? We want P as the subject. So what you have to do? You have to try to group together all the terms with P in one side and the variables without P on the other side of the equation. So which makes your equation easy to find out. Okay, minus PD square, and what is the next term? This I'm going to take onto this side, LHS of the equation. So what happens? Minus PD square, right? And what is here? FD square. And when it comes to this side, what it happens? It becomes minus F into D square. Okay. And now what I'm going to do? I'm going to group together and take P outside. Minus P is a common factor in it. So I'm going to take that minus P outside. Okay. D square minus D square. And what is here? F into D square minus D square. Right? So what happens now? D square minus D square. And I'm going to multiply here with that minus over here. So just to make it in terms of P. So minus D square plus D square. Okay. Is equal to F into D square minus D square. Is it right? You can see that F minus P into D square is equal to D square into F plus P. Then what I have done? I have just opened the bracket. So F into D square is equal to FD square minus P into D square is minus PD square. D square into F, that is F into D square, and D square into P, that is P into D square. Now what happens? Minus PD square. I kept it over here. Then I took this minus PD square to this side of the equation. And then what I did next step? I took all these variables without P onto the other side of the equation. So I have D square minus F into D square. Then what I did? I wanted to get P as a subject. So what I did? I tried to group together all the terms with P and the other terms without on the both sides of the equation. So minus P I took as common factor. So what happens? D square is there and there is a plus sign over here. Because both the signs, I could not take like that. So it becomes, okay, I can't take like that. Because it's a plus sign, because both the signs are minus. I did a I did a small mistake over here, so I have corrected it over here. So I'm not going to take anything common. So minus P into D square plus D square. So what I'm going to do, the next step is that I'm going to multiply both sides of the equation with minus 1 to eliminate that subtraction factor first. So P into D square plus D square is equal to minus F into D square minus D square. And what would be my next step to get P as over here? I would divide both sides of the equation by D square plus D square. So P is equal to minus F into D square minus D square by D square plus D square. So this is our final answer for the problem number 50. Okay, with this I have completed the entire section on transposition of formula. On my next topic, I would be covering upon quadratic equations, where I will be dealing with how to solve quadratic equations using factorization, by completing the square, and also by the quadratic formula. So let's see you over there, and bye bye.